Okay, going into assignment 9 to 15. That's right after that lesson. So we have lesson 8 and then assignment 9 to 15. They're all little problems that you throw up, little ways that you're going to show what you learned thus far into the assignment. So you're just going to create a runner and a regular class, and you're going to submit both of those. I put 2 in here, so let me start from the top here. Basically, you just have to do exactly what I did in the example. You have to, given 2 numbers, calculate the sum and print the sum, but I want you to pass the parameters using an object, and I want you to use instance variables to do that. So this is the example that you can go through. You're going to have to set up, this is what I'm looking for when I'm marking it. First of all, your comments. You have comments all the way through. You set up instance variables. I have 2 calculations happening, but this assignment isn't asking for that. All you have to do is the 1, so all you would need is answer and int 1 and 2. You set up a setNums method to modify the instance variables and give them a value. Then you set up a method that does a calculation, and then you set up a print statement. And then you call those from a runner class with the object instantiated like that. Okay, that's all I'm asking for this one. You can do that. You can download these files here. Now, there's a little bit of a challenge in using these ones exactly. You'll be able to open these and you'll be able to just double click them and use them, but you won't be able to run the program. Okay, so you're going to have to create the program from scratch yourself. Remember, here's your top comments, plus you should have comments throughout like we've talked about before. These are kind of just examples for you how to go through it. Okay, so once you finish this one, you could submit that. Remember a couple things here as we're submitting Java files regularly. This is the way you should name it. Okay, so create a package with the exact name of the assignment with no spaces or special characters. So take the hashtag out or the number sign and just create a package like that. That way I can put it into a similar package and I can get everything marked that way. So that's all you'd have to do for that one. Now each of these has their own. So now for this one, you're going to do the same thing. You want to establish a program that's going to allow you to figure out the rectangle of a perimeter. So I've given you the formula to do that, and you're going to need instance variables, methods that carry out your calculations and your print statements, and you're going to need modifier methods that are going to assign the values to your variables. Now obviously you're going to have, in this one I would say 3 variables. You're going to have a perimeter variable, you're going to have a length variable, and you're going to have a width variable. Okay? So you establish those as instance variables and then set up your methods accordingly so that you can pass the information back and forth. Okay, and so on and so on and so on. Now I could keep going through these. I want to leave some of them to you. If any of them jump out or are super confusing, you can email me a question or ask me a question if it's one of your days where you're at school, and I can try to work you through them. But they're all basically doing the same thing. Okay, the hardest one is this Fahrenheit to Celsius one. That will be a little bit challenging, but the rest of them are relatively easy and straightforward. The math, for me, the math would be the hardest. But let me know if you're